Welcome back to BlackTideTV. Today I'm going to tell you how to use the Outrider specialist ability Vision Pulse the most effectively. So the Vision Pulse is not a great ability to have in Black Ops 3. My main advice for you for using the Vision Pulse effectively is to not use it at all. I don't think it's a very good one. I don't think it's a very good ability to use. I mean, it does have some very good upsides, but the downside of it is just way too catastrophic to use. But if you guys want to use it, I'm going to give you a couple tips on how to use it the best. So the Vision Pulse, if you don't know what it is it's for the Outrider. The Outrider also has the Sparrow, so it's the chick with the compound bow. Her ability is the Vision Pulse, and what it does is it paints enemies on through walls and stuff without you having to do anything. You activate the Vision Pulse, and you can see enemies through walls within a certain area. As long as they're close to you, you can see them through the walls. So it sounds pretty cool until you hear the downside. The downside is that when you activate Vision Pulse, it puts a huge blip on the radar showing you everyone on the entire map where you are. It doesn't matter where you are on the map, even on the biggest map, you can still see the radius of the Vision Pulse going out. So immediately, if you Vision Pulse anybody in the area, if you Vision Pulse anyone, if you Vision Pulse ever, immediately you're going to be painted on the radar for everyone to see, and there's no way to stop that. You're always going to be painted on the radar every single time you activate Vision Pulse, and it's a huge downside because obviously you're getting painted on the radar. Every single person knows where you are, plus those guys that you paint, the guys that you actually ping, and you can see them through the walls. They'll be painted on your radar. They'll be painted through walls, but they're also going to be painted themselves. So they're going to turn red when on their game. You're going to notice if you get pinged by it, you're going to turn red, and it's going to make a really loud pinging noise to let you know that you just got pinged. And then you can look up at the radar, see the radius of the ping going out, and find exactly where the Outrider is and kill them instantly. So it's not a very good ability to use at all. Just puts you all over the map, plasters you all over the place. So how do you use this effectively when it's just giving away your position the exact second that you activate it? Generally, if you activate it and you're anywhere near the enemies, if you have any enemies around, if you ping more than one or more than two enemies, generally you're going to die because both of them will immediately see you on the radar, and they'll both head your direction and try and kill you before you can kill them. So there's only a couple ways that you can use the Vision Pulse to your advantage, and I'm going to do a future video where I'm going to showcase the final Outrider gear because I have it now. But in that one, I'm going to talk a little bit about the challenges that you have to do with this. And one of the challenges is kind of a way that you can use the Vision Pulse. But then again, it's not a very effective way to use Vision Pulse. So how do you use Vision Pulse effectively? I think there's three ways that you can use it effectively, one of which is just so you can get the challenges done, and after that it's just completely useless whatsoever. So let's talk about the first two ways. The way that you're seeing right now, I'm playing hardcore. Hardcore is a great actually there's three ways, and then there's the one for doing the challenge. So hardcore first. Hardcore is a great idea for doing this challenge. Obviously there's no radar, so it's easy to kill enemies and not have your blip show up on the screen. As you can see in the gameplay, just a side note, I'm going to start glitching out like crazy. It's just because I have a terrible internet connection in this, but it still got my point across. The gameplay was still using the Vision Pulse effectively, and I didn't want to go and try and get another gameplay with this because I hate the Vision Pulse, to be honest with you guys. So one of the ways is hardcore. There's no minimap unless they're activating UAVs, in which case you can just listen and hear if they're going to put out a UAV. If there's no UAV yet, you can use your Vision Pulse and spot enemies. Right now I'm spotted by an enemy, that's why I turned red, just for future reference. The second way that you can use this is in objective game modes. This is the way that I use it the most often, is objective game modes. If you're going to be taking B dom anyways, if you're playing domination, you're going to take B, you might as well Vision Pulse while you're there and see if there's any enemies approaching you trying to get you off that objective. So if you jump on B, immediately it's gonna, like, the announcer's gonna show up in their ear, and it's gonna say they're taking B, and it's gonna show that B is getting taken on the map. So you might as well vision pulse at the same time. Everyone knows you're at B anyways, so just vision pulse and get your side of a fair advantage as well. What you just noticed is the challenge way, that this is how you get the challenge done, is flank behind enemies and then use the vision pulse behind them right before you kill them. It's completely useless for regular gameplay, but it will help you to get the challenges done. The challenges, you have to get vision pulse kills and you have to get double kills on enemies that are vision pulsed. And to do that, you kind of basically have to do that technique there, where you sneak up on enemies, use your vision pulse, and then shoot them in the back before they turn around. So it's kind of useless if you're just playing regularly. You can use any other specialist ability better than that, but that's just one of the ways that you can use it. The final way, which is kind of a weird way to use it, and it's more difficult to use it this way as well, is use it in coordinates with the counter UAV. So the counter UAV will turn off the enemy's radar. So if you really want to use your vision pulse and you need it now, and you have a counter UAV because they only cost like 600 to earn, you can just throw up a counter UAV, use your vision pulse, and you're not going to be shown on the radar. Apart from, it's still going to make your enemies red, and they're still going to make that pinging noise, but you're not going to show up on the radar anymore. So those are a couple ways that you can use the vision pulse effectively. Like I said at the beginning, though, don't use it. Don't use it. It's not a good ability. You can find way better abilities, like Psychosis for the Reaper is a friggin' amazing ability once you figure out how to use it, and I'm going to be doing a video on that in the future. But Vision Pulse, stay away from it if you can. If you need to use it, remember, domination or objective game modes, hardcore, shooting enemies in the back, flanking around and shooting them in the back, or counter UAVs. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Don't forget to enter my 300 subscriber giveaway, and I'll see you guys on the next video.